BBC Newcastle, radio for the North East.
A DFDS ferry has just left North Shields heading for Amsterdam, and there's a new attraction on board. It's an art display with additions made by school children in Sunderland, with pictures of marine wildlife and local landmarks. It's been created to celebrate a 5-year partnership between DFDS Seaways and the whale and dolphin charity Orca. Well, Sara Frost is a wildlife officer from Orca. She lives on board the ship to help with their marine wildlife mini cruises. And we can talk to Sarah now. She's on board the ferry King's Seaways as it moves down the Tyne. Sarah, the ship left North Shields not long ago. Where are you now?
Well, we're just coming down the Tyne right now. We actually only left about 5 minutes ago, so we're just leaving, and soon enough we'll have a good view of St Mary's Lighthouse and the Priory and Longsands Beach.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Now tell us about this new art display that's on board.
Well, today we had a local school from Sunderland come on board, and I had the pleasure of unveiling an interactive piece of artwork, which is a painting of the well-known landmark, actually where we are right now, with Tynemouth, with the Priory, the lighthouse, and the beach behind it. And what's great about this piece of artwork is the children have drawn marine-related pictures, so dolphins, birds, and whales, etc., which they can actually stick onto the artwork. But they've also drawn hazards that these animals may face, including ships, and litter and wind turbines, etc. So the drawings can be stuck onto the artwork and taken down again, and lots of different children can get involved with it. And it really just gets children thinking about marine issues in our local area and encouraging them to have a proactive approach to conservation.
Now, the ferries are being used to watch out for marine wildlife. What kind of creatures are seen from the ferries?
Well, the most common cetaceans, which is the scientific word we use to refer to whales and dolphins, that we would see would be the harbour porpoise. I saw one this morning just as we were coming into Newcastle, and I saw several yesterday. But also the white-beaked dolphin, the minke whale, and the bottlenose dolphin. They would be the top 4 that we'd expect to see in these waters. And we've seen all of those apart from the bottlenose dolphin in the past couple of weeks. So it's been a really good start to the season so far.
And what's it like living on board, Sarah? It's not a bad place for an office.
No, well, you said it. It's absolutely fantastic. I really love it. It's certainly an experience. And the nature of being a zoologist is that you can work all over the world in lots of different environments. And for me, this is an ideal location to teach people about whales and dolphins because I get to use the sea as my classroom.
So you're chugging down the Tyne at the moment. I imagine it's all fairly smooth. Are there times when you feel too ill to get up and do your job because of seasickness?
There haven't been yet, so touch wood. I've got my sea legs, I think, by now. So, no, it's fairly good. To be honest, the bad weather doesn't usually affect me, but it affects the sightings of the whales and dolphins because it can just make it a bit more difficult to see them. So for that, I'm thankful that it's very calm this evening, and I'm looking forward to going out with the guests to have a look for some wildlife tonight.
And your job is funded by DFDS Seaways, so how are they helping with Orca's charity work?
Well, they've been doing a really fantastic job, actually, by helping us for the last 5 years. And really the main aims for us is to obviously enthuse the public about whales and dolphins of the North Sea, but we couldn't really do it unless we were able to, in such an interactive way, unless we were able to use this ship. And DFDS Seaways really recognise that it's important to protect the environment in which they operate. And this partnership reflects that, and without it, we wouldn't be able to collect as much data as we do regarding the whereabouts of whales and dolphins, because the data allows us to identify critical whale and dolphin hotspots. And with that data, we can then work with the government to create marine protected areas and help protect this wildlife. And what's more, we wouldn't be able to just engage with the sheer number of people as we do, because it's not just British people that we have on board. We have lots of Dutch, German, Spanish, French customers as well. So it's a very European audience that we have here, not just isolated to Great Britain.
Okay, Sarah, well, you probably need to get up on deck with your binoculars. I'll let you do that.
I do.
Have a safe voyage. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome.
That's Sara Frost from the wildlife charity Orca, speaking to us from the ferry King's Seaways as it moves down the Tyne.